Hey YouTube, what's going on? I wanted to make this video to tell people that when you meditate, there is no right and wrong in meditation. It's all just about you and your spiritual path. And there are things that you can do that can expand your experience when you are in meditation. There are things that you can do that can enhance or expand your meditation or meditation experience. But there is no right and wrong, There is no right and wrong, and don't allow people to tell you this is right, this is wrong. There are just different ways you can meditate, and this is only for the people who are into meditation and things of that nature. If you're not into it, then I'm not talking to you. But what is this? Oh, this is my little thing. But yeah. So meditation is basically just allowing yourself to be still, and tapping into or attempting to tap into your higher self, or tap into or communicate with your God. The same prayer is the same thing. It's just another way of saying it. Prayer is the exact same thing. It's just another way of saying it. Some people pray, some people meditate, and there are people that meditate on the word. So and I'm not speaking in terms of Christians or whatever, but if you are a person who is into meditation, I will suggest that you add a humming sound that comes from you to your meditation. You can also look at different meditation videos here on YouTube to help you as well. There are videos that have different kinds of music that really get you in that zone to meditate. It gets you in that meditative state of mind, and the main thing is that you're able to quiet your mind down. And I know it's hard, but quiet your mind down and, allow your subconscious mind, which is your true mind, allow that to take over so you can have that experience. And meditation is good for everything. It is good for stress. It is good for health problems. It's good for trying to figure out situations where you want to go in life. Meditation is so good, for those people who want to utilize it. And I just want to let you know that it doesn't have to be hard. All you have to do is take some deep breaths in and out, exhale, and do a hum like You do that. You can do that for about 5 or 10 minutes into your meditation. You don't have to do it continuously, I've learned. But when you do that, it kind of gets you into that meditative state of mind when you do a humming sound. So that does help. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. If you don't want to do it, then you don't have to. It's not going to affect your meditation. It's just one of those things it's like either walking to the store or taking a bus or a cab or getting a ride to the store. Okay? So if you hum or have some kind of tone like when you're meditating, that will get you into the meditative state quicker. Whereas if you're just sitting there quietly, it'll take a little bit longer. So it's just a matter of whether you want to, take a bus to the store or rather walk to the store. Either way, you're going to get to the store. There is no right and wrong. There are just different ways of meditation. So don't ever allow anyone to tell you that this is right and this is wrong. There is no right and wrong. Anyone that tells you that this is right and this is wrong, they're lying. They're just trying to get something from you. And a lot of people have made a lot of money that way, telling people that if you do it this way, then this will happen. Your way is not. No, you do it the way you are comfortable with, because at the end of the day, beloved, it's not about what that person thinks or what that person thinks you should do. It's about how you feel. It's about how you want to have this experience. Now, when I meditate, And don't worry, and listen, if you don't see anything, because a lot of times people think, oh, well, I don't see anything but darkness. Well, that's what you're supposed to see. That's what you're supposed to see, at least at first. And don't, it's not about visualization. It's more about the emotion and the feeling. Because the non physical world, is not visual in the sense that our world is visual. It's different. Okay? So when you close your eyes to meditate, it's more so about what you are feeling. And it's more about what's the word I'm looking for? It's more about receiving messages telepathically and mental messages, if that makes sense. It's about receiving information or receiving thoughts that come from the God source or whatever you believe. It's about that. It's not about seeing a whole bunch of stuff. Now it depends on your level of consciousness and your level of understanding. Now when I meditate, I can see the purple, the purple or the violet light that represents the crown chakra. I can see mine emanating backwards and forth. I can actually see that because, and I'm just on a different level. It doesn't mean that I'm better. It's just that I'm able to see that. I think that most people are probably able to see that. I don't know. But I can see it when I, get into that meditative state. I see it, the crown chakra, the light that represents the crown chakra. Okay? I see it. So, when you meditate, again, there is no right and wrong. There are different ways you can meditate. You just pick whichever one works for you. There is no right and wrong. You can't be wrong. If you're searching and you're seeking, then, that's the right thing. But there is no right and wrong. The only wrong thing is allowing someone to tell you that what you're doing is wrong. That's the only wrong thing. Because there is no right and wrong, because your spiritual path and how you get there, whether you get there by bus, train, boat, plane, car, flying on your own, whatever. How you get there is really nobody's business. A lot of times people are trying to make money off of other people to do things their way. And that's what you have to watch out for. But there is no right and wrong way. You do the shit the way you want to do it, but I will suggest that you add, if you want to get there quicker into that meditative state, where you are receiving, answers to some of your questions. And the answers are not going to come in. It's not going to be some voice saying, okay, shaman, this is what you need to do. No, it's going to be a feeling, an emotion. So I correct myself when I said telepathic. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that when I said that earlier. It's going to be more of an emotional, a feeling, an emotion. That's what the non-physical is all about, feeling and intuition, and discernment. That's what it's all about. People, prayer is just another way of saying it. People pray. That's the same thing as meditation. People say they meditate on the word. That's the same thing in some ways, But this is only for the people who are open to that. If you're not, then I'm not talking to you. But anyway, I just wanted to say that there is no right and wrong way. If you want to meditate, I would just suggest that you add a humming sound to your, meditation. And it's as simple as this. Hum, or that's all I would suggest. Something like that. But anyway, I just wanted to put that information out there. Take deep breaths. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. That's what I mean. Take deep breaths. Hold them in while you meditate. The hum. Hum. I'm holding my breath in. Hum. I'm still holding it. Hum. Then you exhale. And again, you don't have to do the humming sound throughout the entire meditation if you don't want to. I don't. I do it just to warm me up, and then I'll sit silent for a while, and then I'll start the humming process all over again with the breathing and the holding of the breath. It's just a perpetual thing. I don't do everything all quick. And take your time. You're not in a race. You're not in a race. There is no right and wrong. Okay? There is no right and wrong. Okay? But that's all I wanted to say about that. I might make more videos about meditation. I don't know. But, that's all I wanted to say. All right. At least for now.